Before you decide to stop watching this video, ask yourself, am I bored because my brain is so hyperstimulated that I need immediate gratification? Or am I a coward for not facing my pathetic, porn-addicted self? Make your decision. I don't judge. You're still here. Now let's begin. Based on my personal observations, many content creators advocating for semen retention might be more flawed than I anticipated, and I question their ability to introspect about their shortcomings before advocating others on this difficult journey. Here's my perspective. Many in the semen retention content community appear to capitalize on individual insecurities. It's not a necessity to consume their content to practice semen retention. That is like reading workout books to build muscle. The majority of these YouTubers seem to hinge on promoting presumed benefits, classic sales and marketing tactics of a skewed narrative around the spiritual practice of brahmacharya. The perceived benefits are comparable to what one might experience when reducing any hyperstimulated habit, anything from sugar to video games. As dopamine levels stabilize, the baseline increases, which helps build motivation for goal pursuit. In essence, the feeling of effort starts to become a source of pleasure. This is where the optimal function of testosterone kicks in. However, building this mindset is an arduous task, rife with struggle, particularly when one has been grappling with addiction for years, someone like my old self. Many of these YouTubers might not fully comprehend the nuances of what they preach. They are likely embellishing semen retention for personal validation, stemming from possible narcissistic tendencies. Let me share some personal and honest thoughts. My initial foray into content creation for this channel was spurred by a desire for validation, albeit with a genuine interest in aiding others as a secondary byproduct. As months went on, my frustration grew at the bullcrap that people watch, so I changed my channel to speak truth through narratives. The vast majority of semen retention content merely acts as a pacifying placebo, diverting you from truly confronting your deeper issues. Such feelings of insecurity, worthlessness, loneliness, and pathetic self-pity. The only noteworthy aspect of semen retention is its ability to signal to your brain, I'm able to do hard things. While I'm an advocate for semen retention, currently marking my 100+ days, it's not about counting days. In fact, I had to look up in my journal to calculate how many days it's been. I lost count, because this is what true normal looks like. Semen retention is a journey of self-discovery, whether it's day 30 or day 120. What truly matters is the dedication to one's goals. You will fail. The question is, are you going to get back up and try again? I can create all the content I want around semen retention, but are you willing to pull yourself up after stumbling? You'll fail again. Do you know how many times my streak stopped at day 1? But I kept going. The streak count is arbitrary. Harnessing sexual energy undoubtedly is invaluable, but controlling this potent, primal urge, one is essentially redirecting a powerhouse of energy. Everything about our existence is energy, and sexual energy is as primal and as powerful as hunger. The effort to control and direct sexual energy is difficult, and it's fully up to the individual to decide how to use this energy. Similar to investing, one can choose to use the energy on buying investment opportunities for long-term growth, or choose to buy a fast food meal. This leads to my primary point on semen retention: action. The energy must go somewhere, and ideally to one's dharma or purpose in life. This is prominently discussed in the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Ideally, you should only be consuming semen retention content when you're struggling or having a craving. Let me ask you a question. Would you look up how to work out right in the middle of your reps at the gym? No, you look it up after you failed in order to change your approach and then try again. That's it. Keep the practice of semen retention about the self and stay present. May I offer a recommendation? Do semen retention just to quit porn. Nothing more, but nothing less. Don't worry about the other vices and bad habits. Just focus on porn addiction. Once you overcome porn addiction, then you can conquer yourself in other ways. It's a long journey, so one step at a time. When you feel the need to relapse, just engage in non-sensory stimulating self-pleasure, i.e., use your imagination. Before I go, I want to pose a question. Am I contradicting myself? Am I a hypocrite? Perhaps in part, but I recognize that at least. My aim is to pivot towards content that advocates self-reliance and diminishes dependence on these content creators. If the majority of semen retention content creators are snakes, then their venom is toxic. But I have lived through their bullshit and developed an anti-venom. That's the style of my content. I am anti-venom. Many haven't genuinely confronted their inner demons or delved deep into their psyche as I continually attempt, drawing inspiration from works of Carl Jung. My journey of shadow integration ensures my resolve against pornographic temptations. Years have passed since I actually watched porn, like the days of the past. I rarely have triggers, but I'm not healed. Like a castle with a moat, I have to keep my defenses up and primed, ready to go at a trigger's notice. I'm not perfect, but that's why I succeed. I aim for the unattainable perfection that God is. An impossible task for a mortal like me, but worth the effort for days to come. Thank you for your time. I am God's orphan. This is my real voice with a pitch shifter. I'm a man who overcame porn addiction by a deep exploration of my psyche. These are my ruminations, years in the making. I've delved into science, religion, spirituality, philosophy, psychology, mysticism, psychedelics, and other esoteric occult traditions as a means to transcend my addiction. I broke free, and now it's my turn to help you. Welcome to the resistance. Subscribe for more content on overcoming porn addiction. There's no shame in a good fight. I'm merely an ally, but you're the hero. Continue your struggle. Pain is freedom. Fight on. This is God's orphan, signing off.